All right, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to another Art Talk. So, what I wanted to share with you today is really just two of the best ways for you to keep improving. I think if you just keep this mindset and this attitude, you just keep getting better. It's just a natural part of the process. And one of those is to be patient. All right. And through your patience is allows you to realize that this is not going to happen overnight. It's not gonna just instantly, the minute you find an artist or learn something, you're just gonna all of a sudden just like become that artist that you've always sort of wanted to be. It just means that knowing that, okay, I got to do some real studying. I got to look at people's artwork. This is where the experimenting comes in. So it's part of like this patience and experimentation. So while being patient, what you're doing is constantly experimenting, that you're working with just different ideas, you're gathering different materials, you're looking at just photographs to help get you there, you're looking at other people's artwork to help you get there, and you're just constantly putting in that study. You might be experimenting with drawing side profiles, you might be experimenting with just drawing full bodies, you might be experimenting with hands, backgrounds, composition, whatever it is that you're choosing that you want to do in your career. That's what it really takes. And this is one of the ways that you're just going to get better. Again, when you have that urgency that I just got to do it now. I'm desperate. I got to get that job. I need to do something. You're oftentimes rushing and you're not being patient and you're not taking the time and the required time that it takes to truly learn from the ground up. And that's building those fundamentals, and that's learning your construction, slowing down and getting to that point to where you're starting to excel with what it is that you're doing. So that's kind of like this patience and experimentation through that in one. The next thing is you have to be open to criticism and feedback. You got to be open and really listen, because I've worked with so many artists in my life, and I can tell you where I've seen it in their faces, especially at conventions. I'm looking at their portfolios, and they're so excited with what they've done because they feel like they're ready. And I look at their portfolio and I just start to lay down, you need to really go back and learn, do this and that. And sometimes there's that comprehension of like not really quite understanding maybe what I'm saying right then and there, especially if I'm not doing a draw over on top of their work or something. But all of a sudden it just becomes that idea of, but really, I went to school and I graduated and I have a degree. They told me I was ready, and they told me when I would show my artwork to people, they just said that I was doing the right thing. And this is where you got to be so careful with that and get multiple different people looking at your work, because some people are going to be more professional than others. Some people are more involved and engaged in other lines of the animation industry or entertainment industry, that their just knowledge is better. They're more seasoned and they can tell you things. So the more you're open to that feedback, and then that criticism is gonna be important, right? To actually be able to listen to that. And I know that criticism, it sounds like a bad, evil, horrible word, but it's not. It's a critique, and there's an ism on the end of it, okay? But what it is just you being able to hear that critique and realizing, okay, I know this is something I got to do. I got to change. I got to do something better. I got to evolve. I got to push myself just a little bit more. I'm going to be open to this. I'm going to hear this. And that's I'm going to start working on it more than anything. So it's not just listening to a critique, not just listening to feedback, but actually now putting that into practice. If you admire or are responsive, or I'm missing the word in my mind, look up to, whatever it may be, that person that's giving you that advice, you respect their advice is the word I was looking for, because maybe it's a parent, a cousin, a brother, a sister, an uncle, an aunt. They're maybe not artists. You can't just listen to them. They're not, they're going to tell you your stuff's brilliant and amazing, but this is going to be something that's going to be very important for you just to really consider and think about. All right. So with that said, make it a great week, and I'll talk to you next week. Take care.